Good morning. I want to talk to you about how sabotage behavior, self-sabotaging yourself, is a way to hide shadows. Now, shadows are the bruises left on our soul, the bruises left on us from people that didn't like something about us, didn't approve of something about us. So they made snide comments that we took serious. It could have been, well, aren't you a chubby little girl? So you become a chubby adult. Or in my mother's case, I had the fat gene because my Nana was fat. Come to find out, there's no such thing as a fat gene. Who knew? But when we sabotage ourselves, it's our way of protecting ourselves from finding the shadows. Because when we find the major shadows, the big ones, the overarching ones, it hurts. Because we have to pull back the curtain on a bad memory. And nobody wants to do that. By the way, I'm Karen Barno. Welcome to my Facebook Live. Our shadows hide in many, many ways. But one of the quick way to kind of start looking for them is to figure out, how do you keep getting in your way? Are you playing small? Are you a pleaser? Do you avoid confrontation at all costs? When you start seeing success in your life, do you throw out the anchor? Because I used to be one that I would throw out the anchor, as I called it. I'd start getting successful and it'd be too much because I didn't have that self-worth, that I was worth having that level of success. So you kind of have to sit back and look at your life. If you have what you want in your life, hi Mariah, hi Shell, hi Wendy. If you have what you want in your life, then kudos. But very few people, if any, I have ran into through all my VIP coaching. Everybody has shadows. So I developed this opt-in, this ebook, How to Eliminate Self-Sabotaging Behavior. And it's a couple steps. It's a 5-page ebook. It's easy to read. It helps you start thinking about how to recognize your self-sabotaging behavior. Because if it's something that you've done since you were a child, then it's hard to recognize, because it's just part of your pattern. It's part of your makeup. If you're a pleaser, then it's hard for you to realize you're a pleaser unless somebody finally looks at you and says, would you just knock it off and quit being a pleaser? And even then, you'll just be like, well, that person just doesn't like me, so I'm going to move on. If you have weight challenges, it's, well, I've just always been like this, or I don't know, I just like to eat. I love chocolate chip cookies, so I just love chocolate chip cookies. But I really had to start looking back to see where it started, where this genesis of it came from. And it came from being abused, but my inability to lose weight came from the fact that I had a fat gene, so I had an excuse. So once you begin to recognize what you're doing, it's the patterns you run. Just sit back. If you think, I've always wanted this job, but I've never had it. I've always wanted to start this business, but I haven't. Or I've wanted this level of success. Figure out what patterns you're running. Maybe you've always wanted to own your own business, and you've always said to everybody, I want to make $1 million. I want to make 6 figures. I want to make 50,000. But maybe money isn't really what you want. Maybe you're setting the money because it's a way to sabotage yourself. Maybe you're putting money up as this, and money's awesome, don't get me wrong. You're putting money up, but money, you have a sabotaging belief of money. You believe that people that have money are greedy, people that have money are mean, people that have money don't take care of others, people that have money aren't spiritual. That is so rampant in the spiritual world. I shouldn't have money. Just to set the record straight, Jesus Christ was a millionaire. I mean, you got to think back to that time. If you follow the Bible, there it is. Money is not evil. There's nothing wrong with money, but we put stuff around money. So say that you have that money thing, so you're trying to start this business. I had a client, whenever I talk about my clients, they have, cleared me to talk about their issues, but not, of course, their names. I had a client that wanted to make 7 figures, and she teetered right around 7 figures. She teetered right around it, and she'd get over it, and then she'd come right back, and she couldn't figure it out. So we sat down and we worked together. We did some VIP sessions because it was really very deep. It was because her father was extremely successful, but he said, you'll never break 7 figures because I couldn't. That's how shadows are. And that one little comment caused her a lifetime of self-sabotaging behavior. These one little comments, having a speech impediment and being told you're special need, that one comment makes you think that you're special needs until something happens that you start realizing, let me back up. Let me see where this comment came from. So if you don't have what you're seeking in your life, you've got to look within at how you're sabotaging. Now there's other ways to heal your shadows and to look at them. And I talk about them on my 5 proven steps to healing your childhood shadow imprint and reclaiming your power online class that debuts at the end of the month. But right now, just go over and grab my Eliminate Self-Sabotaging Behavior 5-page ebook. I'll put the link behind. Just start thinking about how you're getting in your own way and start realizing these are other people's self-fulfilling prophecies for you. They're not your prophecies. They're not your course. They're not your path, your vision. They were somebody else's. So stop living somebody else's dream and step in and start living your dream. Start living the life you were born to live. So let's get started. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments below. If you're on YouTube, give me a subscribe, the little buttons below. We're going to be talking about this. If you follow me for a long time, I talk about this all the time because I think it's so important. But I do think one of the keys is, how do you self-sabotage yourself? How do you get in your own way? Let me know if you have any questions, you guys. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.